Here's where my problem is, and this is where I can't explain Casper. Because
This is where. Welcome to What Do You Think of This? We're revisiting the best things from our past to let you know whether they're the best thing for your future. I'm Jeff Abya. This is Josue Escobar.
What's up, everybody?
It's Halloween.
It is Halloween. I feel good.
I've got my Halloween shirt. This is as if I own this and wear it every Halloween, but I literally found it in a drawer this morning.
Yeah.
It's been in our house for like 4 months. Nobody's worn it. It had a tag on it, and I thought, this is a good shirt for today. I'm just going to take it. Nobody else in my house is wearing it.
I'm wearing my Halloween outfit. Black.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Hold on.
Oh, he's putting the hood on, folks. If you're not watching on video, he looks
Can I be Kylo Ren now?
I was going to say the Grim Reaper, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We're talking Halloween. Not just one Halloween feature today, but two. We rolled the dice last week. We rolled
That's
Casper.
right.
Thank the Lord.
Casper.
The Friendly Ghost. There's a movie in 1993. And before that, we're talking about It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because you have never seen it.
I had seen it.
Okay, we'll get to it.
I had seen it.
And then after all that today, I have just a special closing segment of bad advice that we're going to get to.
Awesome.
And you don't know what we're doing next week. I will be teasing that at the end of the episode.
Ooh.
So stay tuned if you want to find out what we are listening to next week. I think you're really going to like it.
Nice.
Or hate it. I think you're going to love it. To Halloween, Josue. It's a little chilly. Leaves are falling. Always love that. What did you guys do for Halloween growing up? I can't remember if we talked about this last year, but was it like a thing in your house? Did you guys do Halloween alternatives?
I think we talked about it last time for sure. And I don't know if I told this story or not, but maybe there was a period in our lives where we did do trick-or-treating with our parents.
Oh yeah. I do remember you saying
and then
that.
all of a sudden it just like went away.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do it again. I remember I was like Raphael. I was a Ninja Turtle. Mm-hmm. And then the following years, it was like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
We're not going to celebrate
because you were like
devil.
Swearing like Raphael in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched that the other night just for fun. It just came
really?
on. Yeah, I don't know why. I never watched that, but I was like, I kind of feel like it. We're in this 90s mood. Yeah.
Freak. Raphael.
So for those of you who did or did not grow up in church culture, I feel like you have a very different experience, and then from house to house too, but even in churches. So I grew up in the church where it was like, we don't touch it.
Yep.
And in my house, not at all. And then we went to a church where they did like a harvest festival or whatever that we weren't allowed to go to. But since then, especially moving to the DC metro area, you meet people from all kinds of, and in my school or whatever, growing up, denominations, backgrounds, Christian or non, that have all different sorts of ways of celebrating Halloween.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, I thought we were both Christians, but you celebrate the devil's holiday. It's like that. I literally had somebody come up to me yesterday. It was yesterday.
Oh, geez.
And tell me how they don't celebrate Halloween because it's a pagan holiday. And like, it's fine. Whatever your convictions are.
You should burst their bubble and be like, Christmas is a pagan holiday too.
No, I'm not going to it's not worth it to me to get into those conversations.
Yeah,
but
true.
We didn't do it. My kids dress up. That's kind of fun. We talked about it because last year was the first year I dressed up. And now I'm a pumpkin. Now I have a Halloween shirt. So I'm ready to go.
That's so great.
So this movie we're going to talk about, we're going to hit It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
It's our first one today.
Classic.
We're just going to get right into it because this movie I was familiar with growing up. Let me just tell you a little bit about it.
I watched this as an adult for sure.
But not as a kid?
No.
Not in a Hispanic household with subtitles?
Exactly. I think that we knew of it, but it wasn't something that like we had. I mean, I grew up with like Beta or VHS.
You had to own it to watch it?
Unless it was on TV, which I do remember the Christmas one being on ABC every single year, and we watched that, or like Cat caught it, a few times. Maybe not every year, not tradition-wise. But this one wasn't one that we ever, I don't know if we weren't paying attention, but ever caught on TV.
I want to find the order because this is definitely one that we watched on TV every year, which is funny because we never did Halloween stuff. But we always watched It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, the Thanksgiving episode.
Definitely the Thanksgiving one.
The Christmas one.
Yeah.
And the Valentine's Day special.
Ooh, the Valentine's Day special. I don't know if I've seen that one. I can't remember it.
That one didn't come up as much, but it was one that we had recorded on VHS, so I know it.
Is that the one where like they give cards to your friends too? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he has a thing for his teacher, and so he buys her a heart box of chocolate.
Oh, I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
Oh, we should watch it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll come back to it. But this came out in 1966.
Gosh, man.
Directed by Bill Melendez, which I think probably did all of these ones. And I feel like what it's known for the most would be the style of animation itself, which is comic strips on TV, kid actor voices, and a jazz score. Yep. Which, Vince Guaraldi.
It's classic, man. I mean, so it's funny because my kids really enjoyed it, but they understand like that it's old. Like,
totally.
They're like, why do old things all like look and sound the same? Or like, why do the pencil I think Ezra noticed that the pencil drawings don't stay the same from frame to frame. Yeah. He can like see where they like erased and redrew something for like a split second.
Something changes shape, something disappears, it comes back.
Exactly, that kind of thing. Yeah. And I think he likes that type of thing of like noticing how things are made. Yeah. He likes that aspect of things.
That's really part of the charm of it. I feel like that's something that you lose in the newer iterations of any sort of Peanuts stuff. And I liked the Peanuts movie. I thought they did a good job. But sometimes... I haven't seen it. Oh, really? Mm-mm. Sometimes we would go back and watch like this, like when, whatever version of this, and they would stitch to the end of it a new animation, and it's different voice actors, and you think like, oh, it's updated, but it was always worse. And some of that's nostalgia, but I do feel like the character in this is you see the hand drawing, you see the work in it. The kid actors, they're not good, but they're real kids. Yeah, it just feels very specific. Yeah. Okay, well, let me start us off here because we're not going to spend a ton of time talking about this particular movie with a quick round of quotable quotes.
Meow, baby.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you quotes from the movie. Some of them are fake, some of them are real. So you tell me if you think it's fake or real, and if it's real, we can talk about where it comes from in the movie.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here's your warm-up. I told the Great Pumpkin to Venmo me. Still waiting.
That's not real.
That's not real.
Venmo did not exist in what, the 60s?
No.
When was this? The 60s or 70s?
60s, yeah. Yeah, if a kid got any money from the Great Pumpkin, it would probably be a gold coin. I don't know what single coin. A quarter. I don't know what it would be.
A silver dollar.
A silver dollar. Okay, here's your next one. There are 3 things I've learned never to discuss with people: religion, politics, and the Great Pumpkin.
Oh yes, that's a quote.
Do you remember who says that?
What's his face? The Linus? Yeah, Linus.
I love at the beginning. So this story is all about like Linus believes in the Great Pumpkin as somebody might have belief in Santa Claus.
Yeah,
in
basically.
Fact, he points that out with Charlie Brown, where he's like, when are you going to stop believing this ridiculous whatever? And he's like, when you stop believing in that jolly red guy who says ho, ho, ho.
Yep.
And he's like, obviously we have some denominational differences.
Yeah, I love that.
And I never really thought as a kid about the subtext of like different sort of religious backgrounds, coming together, because I had my own frame and lens. But it was
that was really good. I think so today too than back then, probably.
I don't know if it's more or just it's more apparent to me. More apparent. But the writing in this, and I think the style of this also, is that it's not talking down to kids. In fact, it's kids talking up to adults.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't get any adults in this one in particular, but all the adults famously like womp womp womp. It's all kids, but they talk like they're grown up.
But are they really kids, or are they just adults voicing kids?
You mean the actual voice actors? No, they're really kids.
Oh, really?
I believe so. I didn't look it up because I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Because, like today, you've like the I don't know.
Bart Simpson has been played historically by a woman for...
Yeah, an adult woman forever.
If she wasn't an adult at the beginning, it's like 30 years.
Yeah,
she's an adult now. Okay, how about this one? You can't spell disappointment without point. That's how life gets you.
That is not real.
That is not real. That is a fake philosophical quote, but I feel like it's adjacent. I don't even know what it means.
I don't know what it means either.
That's the thing. When you realize, that's a poorly written line. Yeah, it's not real. Okay, how about this? A person should always choose a costume which is in direct contrast with her own personality.
That is what's her face said that. What's her name? The mean girl. He was like, come kick this football Charlie Brown. I'm not falling for that again. What's her name? Dang.
Well, it's part of the name of the classic song is Linus and
Matilda?
No, her name is Lucy. I can't believe you didn't know that.
How do I know?
Of all the names.
Sorry, Lucy.
She is the worst, and you have to just accept that, and then you're fine.
I mean, she really is.
Very mean. At the beginning, to tell him, like, here's a signed document that says I'm not going to pull the football away, and then be like, oh, it wasn't notarized.
Yeah. Oh, look, this document is missing something. It's not notarized. Dude, that is so messed up.
Yeah.
He's dumb for just believing her, too.
Oh, of course, that's the whole shtick. If you've never seen any of the Peanut stuff, Charlie Brown is the mopiest, saddest guy that everybody hates.
But how old are they again? Did we determine like there's like 7, 8?
Yeah, something like that.
He's like the most depressed, balding 7-year-old I've ever existed.
And he falls for it.
Poor guy.
Every time, they just really tease him, and he really, I got a rock. We talked about that last week.
I got a rock like 3 times, 4
times.
Times.
Really bad. The whole trick-or-treating bit does remind me, and in fact, I did end up watching that Garfield special again already this year. That kind of puts me in the mood. Watch Garfield. Okay, how about this one?
It's spooky.
Here's the World War I flying ace, imagining he's down behind enemy lines, making his way across the French countryside.
Yes, that is real. That is Snoopy. And
Well, the quote is...
real.
Yeah, I know, but it's Charlie Brown saying it.
Introducing the segment of Snoopy. That was probably my favorite part. And the kid's favorite part, too. It's like repetitive, the animation, but it works really well.
And the music behind it, the kind of spooky, the train sounds I can still hear in my head. And he's sneaking through the countryside. And then all of a sudden it blends with reality. You're like, oh, that's his doghouse.
Yep.
Or is it a tent? Oh, he's sneaking in. Oh, now he's in an actual house.
Yep.
Really well done.
It's done really, really good. And I love the he's like it's so good.
Yeah. And then of course there are no holes on the house, but this time it's not an animation thing. It was his imagination. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there are holes when he gets shot, but then when he's on the ground, the holes go away.
Yeah, because and the house was moving, but of course it's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. That was my favorite part. For sure. And the kid's favorite part.
World War I flying ace. I liked specifically when he gets back, the song I was singing before we recorded, and he's in there and Schroeder's playing the piano and he's going through all the scenes of like, he's like happy, Snoopy. It has nothing to do with the flying ace.
Yeah.
But he's just like dancing around and then Schroeder starts playing something sad and Snoopy's like,
yeah.
All that, like their facial expressions, the animation on it, and like just the little subtle animation details.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. I mean, you can't beat. That's really talent there. So you can't beat it. There's something charming about it that you don't get from just straight up computer animated stuff.
Yeah, and again, now you haven't seen the new Peanuts movie, but I think what it got right is it did something different where it had the nods to the original animation, but it's an updated version. But it wasn't like they were trying to do it.
Yeah,
and I think that's what made it better in my memory. How about this one? Happiness is a warm blanket unless your sister took it.
That's real.
That is a fake quote, but it does sound cool. Okay, we're getting closer here. I feel like I'm doing better.
Oh, this might have been where after this where I fell asleep during this.
So you just assume. I can't believe you fell asleep during this. It's only 26 minutes.
I know. I fall asleep very, very quickly sometimes when I'm tired.
It's the soothing music. It's the jazz.
Yeah, maybe. And then I don't know.
Did you see Linus, though, mail his letter to the Great Pumpkin? That was at the beginning, where he used his blanket to open the mailbox.
Did I see that part?
She's like, I'm not going to help you put that in the mailbox. You can't reach it. And he takes out his blanket. And
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's pretty cool.
And then Charlie Brown gets his invitation to the party, and she's like, "Well, you were there were 2 lists to this party: the to invite and not to invite, and you must be on the wrong list." It's just really take the wind.
She's such a jerk.
Out of his sails. How about this one? Sure, Charlie Brown, you'll be the perfect model.
I don't know. That's real.
That is real.
Who says that though? Oh, is that his sister?
No, it's when he gets to the party and he comes in and they need a model. It's Lucy, but it's the girl's name is Patty who says it.
Oh, that's right.
And there's one other girl with them, and they want him to be a model. Do you remember why?
No.
It's for the pumpkin carving. They draw the pumpkin on the bed. They're like, here, you be our model. Sit down here. Turn around. Here's what the eyes will look like, and the nose and the mouth. And his face is all red.
So funny.
He's so mad. That's great. Okay, last one I got.
Picked on so bad.
I know, it's really terrible.
Come on, Chuck. I like it when what's his face? The kid who's all dirty.
Yeah, Pigpen.
I love when Pigpen comes and he's like,
how did you know it was me?
Yeah.
He's gonna tell the jokes.
And I'm like, Ezra, like, he's all dirty. And he's like, yeah. All the swirls are.
That's very good. Very good.
And then Charlie Brown's got the holes in his ghost suit. He can't make it. I had some trouble with my scissors. Stupid.
I do like the idea of like him being so awful that real adults are throwing rocks in his bag.
Yeah, like that's so jacked up.
Like, I just have a bag of stuff here and I'm just going to throw it and I guess I'll give you the rock.
Yeah, what the heck?
It would never happen, but it's very funny. Last one I got here. If you try to hold my hand, I'll slug you.
Is that That's real.
It's real.
Yeah,
that's
Lucy. That's Lucy again, right?
Not Lucy. It's kind of an out of character line for this.
Patty?
It's Sally, which is Charlie Brown's sister.
Oh, does she say that to Linus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she realizes, like, first she finds out that trick-or-treating is a thing. And she's like, is this legal? You know, you just go to doors and get candy? I wouldn't want to be confused with what does she say? Some sort of a ruffian or hooligan or something.
Before she stays with him at the patch.
Yeah, exactly. And then he convinces her he talks about the great pumpkin, how he's going to come and bring candy. And
this is the most honest,
sincere
patch I've ever seen.
Yeah. And then she's like sitting there with him because she wants to be with him, but then they're out there in the dark and she's like, if this is a trick, if this is all just to get me to hold your hand, which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And she's so mad. So if you don't know the movie, so they wait out in the pumpkin patch while everybody else is trick-or-treating and Snoopy's doing his own thing.
Yep.
And of course, the great pumpkin never comes. Linus falls asleep. Well, then Snoopy comes out of the pumpkin patch, you know?
Yeah.
And
so good.
It's just all fake. And she's
like, I could have gone trick-or-treating. Man,
I have the line.
I would be mad too.
Before we go on to our next thing, I'm just going to read it because I think it's so well written. You blockhead, you kept me up all night waiting for the great pumpkin, and all that came was a beagle. What a fool I was. I could have had candy apples and gum and cookies and money and all sorts of things, but no, I had to listen to you, you blockhead. What a fool I was. You owe me restitution.
That's so great.
Just really good. I just love the way they write in this. It's just really, really well done.
And it's funny because like if they really are kids reading the lines, it's perfect.
It is. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. Anything else in this? Like, we'll talk about how we feel about it at the end.
I kind of like this new tradition, since doing the podcast, we've watched things that we've never watched before with the kids.
Yeah.
Like the Garfield episode we did.
Your kids had never seen this? Wasn't like a normal.
Yeah, it wasn't like a normal thing, They remember it from last year watching the Thanksgiving episode and the Christmas one.
Okay.
So it was like really nice to be able to go. Like now I think we've touched base on all of them other than the Valentine's one, which we should do this year. So
yeah, and then after all that, we'll do the new Peanuts movie.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Not nostalgia, but I think we're just going to have to.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. If you're out and about right now, trick-or-treating or at home, what you can easily do is pick up a phone, computer, any sort of electronic device, and give a little thumbs up, 5-star review, or any of that, because we're not done yet, but we have a lot to cover. So why don't we hit the intro for our feature?
Let's do it.
Casper is about this ghost that wants a friend and also wants a human form. So this girl moves in with her dad, and he tries to be friends with her. Then she has a party, and Casper has a human form for a few minutes. Also, before Casper even met the girl, a bunch of people tried to knock down the building because they noticed that there were ghosts, and they wanted a treasure because there were treasure buried under.
And also, I should mention, if you have ideas of things that you want us to watch that we haven't covered yet, you can email those to us at ideas@wdyt.show. Okay, quick facts about Casper. It is a 1995 film.
Film.
101 minutes long. I don't really know, besides the fact that it was produced by Universal and Amblin and the Harvey Entertainment Company, much about it other than I remember it being like McDonald's toys when we were growing up.
Oh, really? I don't remember the McDonald's toys.
I just remember it being around, and this is why I say that, because I don't remember now that I watched it, having watched it.
Really?
Oh, I don't know.
I remember I know that a cartoon came out of it, or...
Yeah, the cartoon was first, wasn't it? Casper the Friendly Ghost was like an older cartoon.
I think so.
But then this movie took like a CGI character and made it was, I think, the first movie that made a CGI like lead sort of character.
Yeah, and I think it also spawned a bunch of other stuff too. Like, I mean, I'm looking at IMDb now, like Casper and a Christmas movie, Casper Scare School, Casper's, like, that's like, I guess, a show.
These are older or newer? I feel like he's one of those like properties that's going to exist before and after.
These were newer, 2006.
Yeah. I don't know that Casper is as much a thing now.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, what was your personal history with this? Had you seen it?
Oh, yeah, I'd seen it. I'd probably seen it 2, maybe 3 times.
Okay.
You know? So I wasn't surprised with anything.
Well, I thought I had seen it, but I didn't remember any of it. I remembered like the animated characters.
Uh-huh.
And when you said Christina Ricci's in it, I was like, okay, that seems familiar. Plot, and like vibe. I remembered it was a kid's movie, so we sat down with the kids, but I had no idea.
Bill Pullman?
Bill Pullman.
Pullman, yeah.
Yeah, and my kids were trying to recognize him, and I know he's in Independence Day. That's where I know him from.
Yeah.
And like Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as newer things, I couldn't find anything that I thought they would recognize unless he was a voiceover or something.
He was the latest Independence Day.
Was he? I can't remember if I even saw that.
Oh, really? It wasn't that terrible.
Put that on the IMDb page. But I was surprised that Eric Idle is in this from Monty Python.
Oh,
He's
that's right. Yeah.
The whatever kind of attorney guy.
The sidekick of the bad girl.
And some other people that I was surprised about too. But let me just give you just a quick plot synopsis, okay? There's a dad and a daughter. Mom has passed away.
Yep.
Classic kids setup. They're having some tension, but apparently he communicates with ghosts. That's like his thing. Meanwhile, Casper is this ghost that is haunting this house. We don't know why at the beginning, but he lives in this mansion, and this woman inherits this terrible old house in Maine,
Friendship, Maine,
but wants to basically take it over because she discovers that
there's a treasure in there.
A treasure there, but she can't because the ghosts are haunting the house for real.
Well, Casper and his 3 uncles.
Are they his uncles?
I think that's what they said.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
My uncles are asleep. Don't wake them, whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And so over the course of the movie, they're just they hire Bill Pullman,
Yep.
who is Christina Ricci's dad.
He's like a therapist to ghosts.
To come and cleanse the house.
Yeah.
So that she can get the stuff. Basic movie plot? Yeah.
Yes, basic movie plot. Yep.
I just want to say that this was the most 90s feeling comedy ever.
Really?
Well, it reminded me of not any 90s movie, but a very specific. You remember the movie Beethoven?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The dog.
Like right at the beginning of this movie, because it like has kind of a creepy vibe, but then you immediately go to this like plucky intro music that was like very 90s to me. Yeah, it was like, oh, almost like Home Alone adjacent, but the cheap version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the whole thing also had a very like 90s slapstick feel. Like what was the movie, Three Men and a Baby? Oh, no. What was the one where the baby, they're like chasing the baby the whole time and the baby is like crawling across construction zones and like the whole joke of the movie is the baby keeps getting in these really dangerous situations.
Isn't that Animaniacs?
Baby's Day Out? No. Well, it was like that.
like Buttons and what Mindy?
Yeah. But it was like that. This movie felt like I didn't expect it to be so slapstick.
Yeah.
But also so morbid by the end, which we can talk about. Yeah,
for sure.
So I don't know. The whole time I was like, what is happening? Because what's the name of the woman who's the main?
Kerrigan, sorry. You mean like her actor?
No, Kerrigan Crittenden. Yeah.
Yeah, Kerrigan. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
her
the
last name.
actress's name is Kathy Moriarty.
Moriarty, that's
which
great.
I guess is appropriate. You meet her when the reading of the will is happening.
Yeah, and she's only in it because she wants inheritance money.
She's smoking. You despise her from the beginning,
like
because
classic
she's
90s woman villain.
Yeah.
Like stepmom villain.
Sunglasses on.
Yep.
And Ben Stein is reading the will.
That's right. Yeah.
Good choice. And yeah, Eric Idle is there as her just attorney.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the estate attorney, or something like that.
And why is she inheriting something from this person? She kind of cared for them at their who was it? Her father? I don't remember.
I think it was her something. It was a family member.
Somebody she didn't really care
grandfather.
about, and you right at the beginning, it's very obvious she just wants to take the money, and now gets this house.
Yeah, well, it's funny because does that mean she's related to Casper?
Was Casper related to the guy who owned the house?
Yeah, it was his father's house.
It's my father's. Sorry.
Yeah, because his father created the Lazarus machine at the end.
Yeah, but that wasn't the guy that died, was it? That they're talking about?
That's where I'm like kind of confused. Like, why is she inheriting this house if it belonged to Casper's family? Who owned it after? I guess somebody owned it after.
That's what I think. I think it had probably passed on to somebody else. And the other...
And from what we know, when you become a ghost, you forget your past life.
The lore of this universe is what I wanted to bring up. Both the physics and the lore of this universe, okay? So ghosts are dead people who have unfinished business,
yep.
so they can't cross over.
To the other side.
Okay? That's why they exist. And so they move into the house, Bill Pullman and Christina Ricci, right?
So the house is haunted. They hire him to get them out.
After going to a bunch of other people to cast out the ghost, one of whom is Dan Aykroyd as a Ghostbuster. I didn't expect that.
That was really funny. And then with the priest, the priest goes in and his head is on backwards when he leaves.
He comes out of the house, after being so confident he could get the ghosts out. And
no problem. I get them out.
If there was ever any doubt of what kind of a movie this was and if it was going to take itself seriously, no, it does not.
No.
His head is completely spun around in an
like
unbelievable
a broken
way.
neck. He should have been dead.
Yes.
And
it gets worse after this. But Okay, so they end up reaching out to this guy.
Which is crazy because, like, hey, you're going to live in this house until you get this job done. That's such a crazy career path for this dude.
They don't explain it, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, so the reason that they even found him was Casper saw an ad
on the TV.
And he like transported himself somewhere to turn the television on.
Through the electrical.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And so the dad is with his daughter, you know, and what's Christina Ricci's name in this? He's Cat. He's in the car with her and they're doing this one last job and they're on their way. He's telling her about the job or whatever and she's done with it. You know, you can't talk to ghosts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
he's still, because he's trying to also like try to see if he can find his wife. His dead wife.
He's like that's his motivation. He's trying to communicate to people on the other side so he can find his wife.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And so he pulls over and he's like, okay, this is going to be the last one. And if I don't even get the ultimatum of this, it was like, if I don't find anything,
that's it. We'll stay there.
We're it. But if I do,
I don't know what the ultimatum was.
It was like, then we go to this. It was like whatever they were already doing. And
then we go to Valhalla. Something like that.
I don't know. So they go there.
Yeah.
And Kat is this great character because nothing creeps her out. She's still sort of kind of Wednesday-esque, but in a normal teenager way, sort of. And they're living there. And then, of course, they discover the ghosts.
Yeah, well, Casper like immediately falls in love with her.
Yeah.
Well, because and that's why Casper wants Kerrigan to hire him because Casper sees Kat in the TV ad or the TV
and he wants a friend.
Yeah, he wants and he's like, he likes her, so this is how he would get her to the house.
Yeah.
Not because he wants to help Carrie.
No.
No.
He's cute. He's innocent and selfishly motivated.
Yes.
So the selling point of this in the 90s was just like Casper, but he's real life, 3-dimensional and fun and funny and cute family film.
Yeah, and 3D.
We're not worried about the plot here.
Nope.
We're just like... So they just start appearing. And again, talk about the physics. Okay, so ghosts can also pass through things.
Yep.
Or into things.
And touch things.
But sometimes not. Like they can go through doors, but they can't get out of a vacuum cleaner. They can cook breakfast, but they can't touch your hand.
Yeah.
It just goes right through. I was like, this makes absolutely no sense. The 3 uncle ghosts, whatever, possess Bill Pullman. They just go into him.
He gets up and goes to a mirror and he turns into
Clint Eastwood. He's looking at his reflection and they have morphed his face into Clint Eastwood.
And then they got, what's his face? That comedian guy.
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, get no respect.
And then the crypt keeper at the
Yes. Wasn't there a third? Wasn't there another person too?
I think that was the 3.
Oh man, I don't know where I wrote it down.
I'm not sure if I know there was another guy. I don't know if I know who that was. Oh. But it's like so ridiculous because that's the only time that ever happens.
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mel Gibson.
He's like, oh, I'm handsome now. That's right. It was Mel Gibson. And then the Crypt Keeper. Yeah. So ghosts can pass through and possess things. And, but at the same point, a box, did you notice a box drops on Casper and he's like, ow.
Squashed? Or like he can turn himself into a pillow and be squashed by the... Yeah.
And she just leans back and she's like fluffing this pillow.
That she never put down onto the bed anyway.
Right. Exactly. Like, ghosts can materialize clothes out of nothing. Fatso dresses like his dead wife.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew this was coming, and I think Ephraim called it. He's like, oh, it's going to be the ghost dressed like
Eva said that too. They're like, oh, they're playing a trick on him. And,
but again, if you're thinking about this, like what are the borders of what you can and can't do as a ghost? You can just pretty much do whatever you want.
I guess. I mean, whatever works for the laugh, I guess. The gag.
Yeah, it's all about gags.
The gag. Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I won't mention until the end so I don't spoil this in case you plan to go watch Casper.
Hey, I wanted to watch Halloween.
The dice spoke. I got to the end and I was like over the top. The whole movie was very over the top.
Yep. Jeez.
Subplot is she's going to a new school. Like he's attacked by these ghosts and he's like, get out of here, go to school. So she on her first day in a new town in Maine goes walking to school, I don't know how she knows it's there. The kid from the Mighty Ducks passes by who's like her love interest from this.
Oh, that's right.
And
forgot about that dude.
They decide she's like an outsider.
Yep.
And she had already met Casper.
Well, and they find out that she lives at Wilhurst. Is that what it's called?
I don't remember, but they all decide with the teacher's help that we're going to have our Halloween party at your house.
At your creepy house.
They just all...
You're a haunted house. They know it's haunted because kids have been in there before. Other people have been in there. A whole construction team was...
That's right.
scared out of there.
And I will agree, it's a great place for a Halloween party, but what teacher would just be like, okay,
let's
students,
go.
Let's do that. And not even ask your parent. We'll be there at 8 or whatever time. I don't even know.
I guess they do things differently in Maine.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. I was like,
in the 90s.
Casper, he's kind of befriending her, flies her out to the top of a lighthouse.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that whole thing is like, again, fantastical gag. But I was thinking, they're sitting on this lighthouse and she's wearing like a t-shirt in Maine in October, and she just moved there from Santa Fe. I'm like, what kind of a cold-blooded...
freezing?
Yeah, very, very cold.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing in this movie makes sense. And so...
And she's aware of coldness because she touches him and goes, like,
he's
you're
cold.
so cold.
He must be really cold.
He's like, hey, it helps keep the heating bill down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just have a whole list of just gags and dumb stuff, but none of it, this movie doesn't make sense, which is fine.
I guess I guess it's definitely meant for kids.
It is 100% meant for kids.
Well, but even my kids were just like, wait, how come they can't get out of the vacuum cleaner? Because it sucks them into the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
They were the satisfying thing for kids. Where like when she's in the classroom standing up in front of everybody and she's super nervous and you kind of feel that as a kid.
Casper in the picture.
Yeah. But he ties all their shoes together so when they go to leave, all the kids fall down. You know, you're like, oh yeah, one for the dorky girl who like is getting made fun of.
Yep.
Or when they all go to her house and they're gonna like play this prank and terrify her, and then the tables turn on them.
Yep.
You know
how the turntables.
Like as a kid, if you were going to meet a quote unquote ghost, this is how you would want it to happen.
This is the ghost you want to meet. And it's fun. It's crazy because like they're all scary, all this other stuff. But then when this guy stands up to them, they become friends.
Yeah.
They're like okay with it. They're okay with
at first, they're like not in it for his own good, but then they start to like him. And he is just so easygoing because it went really right from like, we're not going to allow you to like invade our space to you're just living here now and we're sort of playing along.
It was really weird that they turned the corner so quickly. And that one, I thought you did this for a living, and you see ghosts for the first
But he's never
scared.
actually seen one. That is pretty much established at the beginning when she sees the ghost, and she's like, "Dad!" She screams, and he comes running into the room, and she's like,
"There's no ghost."
Dad! She says very clearly, "I saw a ghost," and he says, "Slow down." Okay, what? I'm like, "What do you?" She saw a ghost. But he's so like frazzled by the thing.
He's like, "No, there's no ghosts. See, there's nothing here. There's nothing here." And then he sees Casper, who's smiling at you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't run away.
I don't know. It's still pretty creepy if you're not expecting it to be there.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what I would expect. As a kid, again, like in my household, I can't imagine we watched this movie and it was okay because I have a whole lot of theological problems with any of this. None of it makes sense. And then it's already wild. Like they're all like Casper makes them breakfast, like I said. I don't know where the food came from.
Exactly, because the house, like no one's been in there.
And then the ghosts come in, the other uncle ghosts, and then they're like, it's made apparent that Casper makes them breakfast or food all the time.
Oh, yeah. They're like abusing him.
Oh, totally. But I don't know why ghosts need to eat. And then they're all eating, but it's just falling onto the floor, which again
how's he fat?
A gag. He was probably fat when he died.
Yeah, I guess you stay as you died.
Yeah. The voice actors of those guys were all, the fatso guy was Brad Garrett.
Yeah, Ray Romano's.
Yeah, Ray Romano's brother.
Yep.
The other two were, I think, notable voice actors, but I can't remember.
At the time, I think they were notable, but I don't remember them now anymore.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and you're like, it got pretty dialed up pretty quick. Like there's no like classic horror movie slow reveal. It's just boom.
Yeah.
We're ghosts. We're all okay with it. This is what life is, you know?
Exactly.
People's heads are turning around. And unless you think, well, I guess that's all this. Nope. This movie, I say, ratchets up even more. It gets crazier.
Yeah. I mean, so the turning point of the movie is...
I'm curious what you're going to say.
Yeah. The turning point of the movie, I guess, where the plot kind of thickens, I guess, is when she discovers Casper's, I don't know, childhood, like playroom or something.
Uh-huh. And at this time, Dad's not there. Do you remember why?
Yes, because they were like, oh, he's sad. He's trying to look for his wife. We should take him to the bar.
Yeah, these are the three antagonizing, spooky ghosts that have been scaring everybody and twisting people's heads around. Are like, let's just take this guy out for karaoke and some drinks.
Yeah, like, okay, let's get him drunk, kind of like you would with like a depressed pal. Yes. I don't remember why he gets depressed. Is it because he's like, oh, they're actually...
Oh, because he couldn't find his wife. Because
yeah.
remember they were like messing around, but then he realizes you don't know who my wife is. Or,
exactly.
I'm not going to see her. This is it.
Yep. And so...
What a weird movie.
They fly him away.
That's right. They flew him.
They flew him away.
How does this work?
Kerrigan and that dude are like outside of the house.
So yeah, while she's like, Casper is showing her around, they're they could basically see these stripes that I'm wearing. If you're watching a video, wear the black stripes and the mask and be like pussyfooting around the house. Yeah. That's the vibe, except they're real people.
Exactly. And so they're like, I like the quote where the guy's like, man, you pay this guy to get the ghost out of your house, and what does he do? And she's like, he got the ghost out of the house. And he's like, oh yeah, he did. And Casper sees his childhood room that I guess he hadn't been in forever. even though he'd been in the
I
house
didn't get
forever?
how we got there either. I was like, did she
discovered it.
put all the toys together? Did she paint it? All of a sudden, she's like revealing it to him. And I'm like, you just didn't fly up to your bedroom? I guess he didn't remember.
I think that's one of those. Yeah, and I think you see that a little bit later or not. It's just so stupid. It's all over the place.
It makes no sense.
So he sees, he goes, oh yeah, this is my room. Oh yeah, I had 5 fingers
I
instead of
had
4.
5 fingers because, of course, now I'm animated because I'm a ghost and that's how it works.
Yeah, and he remembers stuff and he's like, oh dude, I remember my dad's like secret basement experimental thing.
Yeah, because my dad was an inventor. And here's another very 90s thing.
Yeah, he invented this machine that could bring people back to life, ghosts back to life.
And he showed me exactly how to use it.
Yeah, because they kind of teased the fact that the dude that lived there that owned the house was an inventor that allegedly his son, he was haunted by his dead son's ghost. And that's why he built this thing. And everybody thought he was a kook. So that's like a little bit of an explanation. There's just a lot of like, what is it called? Expository thing of like just trying to explain stuff so just to make the movie happen.
Yeah, we got to get this done. We're on a timeline. We have a strict budget. We're just going to go. We're spending money on the CGI.
My kids were like, also, I guess, a little traumatized in the fact that Casper died outside by himself.
Oh, what was that scene?
He was like sledding or something.
Oh, what a terrible story. Yeah, he's having his memories and then he's like, and my dad got me this sled because they're in the attic. Yep. And I thought he was going to have a tragic sled accident, which would have been almost worse.
Yeah, no, but he just stayed out too late.
His dad told him to come in and he's like, no, I want. And so his dad was like, okay, and let him. And then he caught a cold or something.
He caught a cold and
died. And that's really, and again, we'll get to here in a second, but this movie takes a dark turn because it was already kind of about death, you know what I mean? Because they're ghosts, but it's like, we're being funny. We're spooking people around. The kid from the Sandlot at the beginning. It's like all this ha. And then all of a sudden, man, it got real. Meanwhile, Kat is finding this laboratory or whatever.
Yeah, he takes her to like this contraption that Casper's dad had made to like get to the basement, but like through a chair, through like a roller coaster.
It's like a roller coaster ride. I was like, Clark, you would love this house. This is like his thing. He's always coming up with that. What if I invented this thing?
It's like, what did your dad call this thing? He called it the Up and Atom because it got him ready for the morning. Like it would like
comb your hair and shave your face.
Wash you and put a bow tie on you. Yeah, brush your teeth. And then it got you to the laboratory where you had the Lazarus machine, which they discover. Kerrigan and the bad guy kind of follow along like, that's the safe where I keep my treasure, my dad's treasure. And they're like, that's where it is. And
this is so dumb.
So they try to get Casper Casper desperately wants to be a real boy, just like Pinocchio. And she's going to help him. They start the machine up. He gets in there. And right as you think, oh my gosh, Casper's going to be a real boy, they take the serum out of the machine.
Okay, we hang on.
And hold on, but they open the door and he is a fried egg.
He's a fried egg, yeah. What? It doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. Doesn't need to. But at any point, did you think this machine was going to work? Here's why.
Because I watched the movie Briar, I knew it was going to work. But I think when I first watched it, I don't think it was going to work, and that they had to do something to make it work.
No logical turn of events because you're going through this silly machine where it like is dangerously shaving your face and brushing your teeth and whatever. Again, it's very slapstick. And meanwhile, Horace and Jasper are like, if you could imagine the Cruella de Vil, Horace and Jasper as real people, that's them in the background this whole time. And then they go to this machine and she accidentally finds out how to make it emerge from the water. And there's just one thing of serum left.
That's
and I'm thinking the whole time, how does this kid know how this machine works at all?
His dad died before he could actually use it on him.
But if it's right there and ready, why did he never use it?
Because he forgot before he died. I think maybe, I don't know. Gosh, darn it, I don't know.
And meanwhile, the ghost who's had his memories return can use it? That doesn't make any sense.
There something about, okay, so meanwhile, right? Because I want to talk about the whole memory lapse thing. Because meanwhile, you get her dad with the ghost at the bar getting drunk, singing karaoke. They're like, man, we should put this dude out of his misery.
Yeah. And then he can be one of us and we'll just all hang out.
Yeah. And so they're going to kill him.
They're going to kill him. They have lances and whatever other weapon.
Broken bottle glass shard and a shotgun. I don't know where they get the shotgun.
And they're sneaking up behind him.
And what does he do to make them like change their mind?
He keeps turning around, or at some point they empathize with him.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he says something about, I don't know what it is.
I think he was just like, you guys are great. I love you guys. Or I don't know what he does.
Something that doesn't matter.
They're like,
they decide not to kill him.
Let's not kill him. And then he's like, let's go, guys. He walks out the door and there's construction.
He backs out the door into a giant chasm.
A giant chasm. Who puts a chasm in front of the door of the bar?
I didn't even understand.
How'd they even walk in there in the first? Anyway, whatever.
They flew in.
He falls to his death.
And he falls to his death.
Yep.
He just dies. Was this before or after the other two had their death encounter? Because
it was after because
Eric Idle's hand comes, he steals his potion, and then the two of these bad characters decide if one of us dies, we can, as a ghost, go through the safe, get the treasure out, and then use this machine to bring ourselves back to life, and that's how we're going to get this treasure.
Exactly, because we can't go through doors, but we can as a ghost.
And you get simultaneously, then while he's with the ghost in the karaoke bar, a whole set of scenes of those two trying to kill each other.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like...
And she dies.
She dies.
Okay, so here's where my problem is, and this is where I can't explain Casper.
This is where...
Kat's dad dies. They come back to the house. He has no memory of her in his prior life.
Yes, but you're skipping my favorite part of this movie because I skipped back just so I could watch it. At when this tragic, well, it's not even tragic. The woman dies.
She becomes a ghost,
because
but she has a memory of what she's about to do.
Well, I get what you're saying, but I just don't want to skip past the moment. If you're going to watch any of this terrible movie, okay, and you watch the part where Eric Idle and this woman are trying to kill each other,
yeah,
and she's driving a car at him. Mid-argument, and he throws something at her, right? And she misses, right?
Yeah.
And then she crashes into a tree, and you're like, ugh. And then they zoom out, and this tree is on the side of a giant cliff that goes into the ocean in Maine. And then she falls to her death in an obviously CGI little body that looks less real than the ghosts.
Yep.
It's like, ugh. And you're like, oh. Because she has to die for this plot to go forward.
Yep.
So now you've seen two people die.
Pretty much the same way.
Yeah. Falling into a giant hole. And like you said, she appears, but she has a full memory of what she's doing.
Exactly. And he doesn't. And so that's where I'm like, oh, maybe that's why Casper can't remember things. But wait, he was already haunting his dad before his dad passed away. So,
okay. Well, but he was in the house.
That's what I'm saying. So how did he forget everything if his dad was working on it while he was dead?
Well, maybe that's my confusion, because the whole time I thought the dad created the machine while he was alive, but that would make no sense, because then why would he need to create the machine?
Exactly. Remember, because they established that the dad was saying that his son was haunting him, and then he became like a what's it called? What do you call it when somebody never leaves their home?
A recluse?
Yeah, he became a recluse. He was like in the home. He was a hermit. We don't know what he's doing in that house because he's with he's with the ghost of his son making the Lazarus machine. And the son was learning how to use it. But then the dad dies before they could use it on him.
Did they say how the dad died?
No, I don't remember how the dad died.
He probably fell into a giant hole. And then now you have 3 disembodied ghosts looking for a way to use this machine to resurrect themselves. You have Casper, who this whole thing initially was about, and she was going to resurrect him. You know, you have the dad. The evil woman who now wants to
use it.
Steal. She grabs the box. It's in a box.
Yep.
So she grabs it out of the wall, but she doesn't grab what's in the box. Nope.
She just has the box.
She has the box, and now she wants to get in the machine to use it to resurrect. And then while this is going down, here comes Dad flying in as a ghost.
Well, first you get Kerrigan first, and Kat has the brilliant idea of like, well, you can't be a ghost because you have no unfinished business. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, think about it. You've got your treasure. You've got the machine, so you can turn yourself back. So you're done. Like you got everything that you wanted. And she's like, oh, I did, do I? And then she
realizes she has no unfinished business, so the theology of this universe just transports into the afterlife.
And so they're like, wow, we can make you into a real person now, Casper. And then here comes her dead dad as a ghost.
With the 3 ghosts.
Here's the thing, though. My kids had another question, too, of like, wait, if you become a ghost, why do these other 2 ghosts have their clothes on? Why do they still have like clothes and hair and they still look like themselves, but just in ghost form?
I knew you were going to say that, and I have an answer for you. I don't. I will say, I feel like it's the same thing as how the Fatso ghost could create clothes. So
I guess, maybe.
But I do have a follow-up question, and we'll get to it about similar to that. But I want to ask, was the dad still drunk as a ghost?
I don't know.
Because he definitely acted like it, but he had no memory, so I don't know what's drunk and what's you just don't remember your real life.
He couldn't fly straight. He couldn't be a ghost like they could, and then but Kerrigan could.
Bill Pullman really took a turn, and I think that's where they found him because, Spaceballs or comedy background. They took him from being a kind of pseudo-straight man, but funny, to you're just going to turn him into a giant joke.
But Casper does the most selfless thing and is like, well, you know what? You need your dad, so let's turn him back into a real person.
With these again, Christina Ricci knows how to work this machine because she accidentally found out the right lever earlier. And lest you forget, like I did, there's another plot happening, which is all the other kids are showing up at the house for the party.
At the same time.
I was like, oh yeah, the party.
There's 3 different plots happening.
They all show up at the door and they're like, hey, we're ready to party. And I guess they were the early crowd that were there to decorate because at first it was just the class. And later on, there's like 150 kids downstairs and a DJ and a class
disco ball. Yeah, disco ball, the PA, the decorations, everything, punch. And then...
We're not explaining anything. We don't have time. And Kat is wearing the dress of Casper's former mother.
Yeah.
Creepy, weird. And she says
and
it's beautiful,
works,
but it's not
and it still
beautiful.
Fits. Yeah. So the dad comes back. He's back. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got to go to the dance. Your class is here. Cool. Let me go to the dance by myself. And then...
she comes walking down the steps with some confidence. There's another plot turn in this.
And then Kat's mom appears.
Wait, before, which is the wildest thing. And we're going to get to it in a second. But here's my other question regarding the physics of this universe and the machine.
Okay.
When you get reanimated as a human being, I got the impression because when Casper was going in the machine, he was going to turn into himself again. And his previous body was decomposed, But in the case of Bill Pullman...
you had the same question I did.
And he gets resurrected and he's wearing the clothes again. Is his other body still there? Are there now 2 Bill Pullman bodies in this universe?
There has to be.
And if you kept doing this, could you potentially have a bunch of dead Bill Pullmans if you had more fluid? And... I don't know. I just don't understand how the machine works.
You kept doing it. You only have one ghost.
In the real case of this scientist who died prematurely, if he had more of this super juice that he used to resurrect people, what if Bill Pullman died again and you resurrect him again and then you just have a bunch of Bill Pullman bodies at the bottom of the chasm?
I guess. That would be cool.
Would it?
I think that would be fine.
So anyway, sorry to cut you off. We fast forward to the party and then a light turns on from heaven and Judging Amy comes out of the wall.
Judging Amy comes out of the wall.
You remember that show?
I don't know. I know that show. I think
my mother-in-law used to watch it. For sure, I remember at Amanda's house when we were dating, Judging Amy. And I'm like, oh, is this Judging Amy? She comes. She's wearing a beautiful dress.
She's like, Casper, you did such a great, wonderful thing. I'm going to give you what you want.
Because she's not a ghost. She's an angel.
Yep. And he becomes a real boy, and he has until 10 o'clock because he's only 12. Cinderella wasn't 12. He doesn't get until midnight.
Ha! Another joke there for you.
He comes down. Everybody thinks he's the most cutest kid in the world.
They can't believe how handsome he is. Everybody just staring at this handsome guy that came to this party. They all want to dance with this kid.
He dances with her, with Kat.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Was he 12 as a ghost?
He was 12 as a ghost.
Because as a ghost, he
That's what she
talks
calls
like an
him. She calls him
8-year-old.
12. Yeah. Yes.
And then he resurrects and he's
As a
in a
13
body
he's at
and he looks like 13, 14.
Yeah, he looks older.
And Christina Ricci was 15 when she filmed this.
Yeah, so she must have been 13, 14.
And her dad wants to have the sex talk with her, and
She's
she
like, "I'm
already
done."
knows.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
she must be late. They're junior high.
Yeah.
I did the whole thing I didn't get.
Doesn't matter.
Nope. He just escorts her onto the dance floor.
They dance. They float in the air for a little
They
bit.
float. I do right away. I'm like, are they floating? And because like what? Like, oh, they pan out. Yep, their feet aren't on the ground.
Yep. And then they're back on the ground before anybody can notice.
No, they're not. They're floating first. They're staring at them, aren't they?
No.
Because I remember thinking that like
People
in a
turn
normal movie, they would have to hit the ground before anybody noticed, but they don't seem to care.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And so they're there. He kisses her. And the clock strikes 10.
The clock strikes 10.
He turns back into a ghost. Everybody freaks out and runs away.
They completely, but not before the other two who were going to play the prank. Oh, that was way earlier. That was
way
before
earlier.
the dance. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he turns into a real ghost, and then all 150 of them stampede out, hurling themselves off the balcony, and they probably more kids in the chasm.
Yep,
Did you see them?
probably.
They're just doing flips
Yeah.
out of the house.
And, luckily for them, great timing because the mirror ball falls. It
Yep.
would have killed somebody.
It would have killed somebody.
And then you got her dad is watching the dance happening. This is beforehand. And judging Amy appears to him again. Okay, but now he finally sees his wife as an angel, and she has to come in like this,
Floating from the window.
and she's like, "I love you. Stop looking for me. Be happy. Cool, I'm out."
Yeah.
And then did you notice though that the window
Mm-hmm.
and her, there's the same position? The window is an angel.
Yeah.
The whatever glass the window has.
A little too on the nose, but no, because this whole movie is like that.
Exactly. Yeah, so they leave. Everyone, so it's just them, Casper, and the family again, and the other ghosts, and they're like, "Cool. Well, let's just have a party of our own." Casper, the friendlies.
Hit the music.
That's it. Yep.
Not to skip over the fact that Little Richard sings us out.
Yep. Exactly.
Not only does a ghost dress to look like Little Richard, which is a little problematic, but then I was like, oh no, it's actually, I looked it up, it's actually Little Richard singing.
the friendliest ghost, you know.
There's no, it's like, that's it. Story's
That's
over.
it.
We're
Yep.
just going to party with the ghosts, and that's how we're going to.
And that's where we're gonna end.
Maybe they were setting you up for a sequel. Like we're gonna spin this off into a TV series where Casper the Friendly Ghost and
I guess.
Cat go out and on various adventures.
I guess.
And then
man,
the
that's
dad and the
crazy.
3 uncles hang out. That's probably what they were looking for.
Yeah.
But the movie was so terrible, nobody wanted to see it again. My kids were like, they couldn't believe how bad I thought it was. I just kept laughing and rolling my eyes. And then I was done. I was like, oh, and I don't think it was that bad. And I'm like, it was bad. It was, guys, when we talk about does this movie hold up? Does this movie hold up? Well, no. No, it does not.
It does not hold up.
I think you could put it on for a kid and they could watch it and laugh.
7, 8-year-olds eat this up and watch it.
And it's fine, but don't watch it with them. I mean, maybe you should to see what theology they're learning because they're going to come with some questions.
Yeah, they are.
I don't get any of it. We've talked about it. We don't need to talk about the afterlife. I don't know where the wife went. I don't know how she knows. I don't know if there's a heaven and a hell. If there's
She's
some
watching
sort of
over.
the whole thing is weird. The most positive comments I saw online were people appreciating that they approached the topic of death with the word nuance isn't right, but because it was like, oh, it's interesting to think about afterlife in a way and be sentimental and broach a challenging topic, which is the death of a family member. And I think, okay, yes, you're touching on something in a way that allows people, especially those who've experienced hurt or loss or something, to like consider. But these are not the things to consider. I mean, watch Casper. It's funny. The jokes are stupid. It's not good.
It's in the zeitgeist. I think it also. I mean, it spawned like cartoons and all that kind of stuff. But that's it.
I texted you while I was watching it. I was like, "This movie is
insane.
This is insane. I can't believe that I'm watching this, and we should have just watched Freddy Krueger. I think I would have appreciated it more.
The theology there is even crazier because you fall asleep.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
He haunts you in your dream. He can actually kill you in your dreams, and that you die in real life.
Yeah, at least there are real world stakes. Fall down a chasm and resurrect you with a giant machine. So let's talk about our final verdicts here. What I want to do is do like a Halloween nostalgia wrap up. We talked about 2 movies, briefly about Charlie Brown, more about Casper. And I want to say, which one do you think best captures the Halloween spirit? If that even is a thing. If you're, we're talking about like vibe of the season. We picked both of these because it's Halloween. Want something a little bit spooky.
Well, I mean, I obviously I want to say Charlie Brown, because there's trick or treating, there's pumpkins, there's the whole dressing up for Halloween. There's a party.
Do you think though that Casper would be something that you could watch in another season?
No.
I popped open Netflix when we talked about watching this, and it was on the banner. I didn't even have to look it up. It was like, oh, it's Halloween. Watch Casper.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously has the same type of things because of the Halloween party, ghosts, and whatever. But honestly, even though in Charlie Brown, hopefully no one is giving kids rocks in their bags for candy. Mm-hmm. They're touching on more of the cultural, like what do you do for Halloween? Mm-hmm. You put on a costume, you go out to your neighborhood and have fun, get some candy, and then maybe maybe your parents or a family member or somebody has a Halloween party.
Yeah,
I think that's more Halloween-esque than Casper, because it's there's ghosts and stuff, but it's just a movie about ghosts and fanciful stuff during Halloween.
Now, I don't know what
all of this could have happened outside of Halloween, except for the plot of the kids of the party.
But again, I think from a marketing standpoint, if we're going to do ghosts, doing it at Halloween, you're going to do better for the same reason that we picked it. Yeah. It's like, oh, something with ghosts. Let's watch that.
Yeah.
And they lure you into making a bad decision.
You really hate this movie.
I was so bad. I was so bad. And I think one other thing that Charlie Brown does really well is they get in and they get out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
we're going to hit it. We're going to pack our, we got our one-liners, we got our dialogue, we have our moments, and we're done. 26 minutes, I'd watch it again.
Heck yeah.
Casper, I'm like, I don't know, even if this was 26 minutes, I don't know if I would watch it again. I probably would. Like as an animated, boom.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, for sure. If it's something smaller, like a little tidbit, heck yeah.
Okay, which, and could be both of these, would you show your kids again?
Ooh, Charlie Brown. I think it'd be easier to be like, hey, we're going to, it's almost Halloween. Let's watch the pumpkin thing again. Let's make it a tradition. They'd be like, okay, fine. Maybe for Ezra, it'd be like, why? Mm-hmm. But
it's only 26 minutes. You put it on, you're already watching it. Or like a quarter through. Might as well sit and watch the rest.
Exactly. Yeah. With Casper, they'd be like,
yeah, that movie again.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a new one? Can we watch something else?
Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to be something that like, oh, this was so good. Let's watch it again.
Now,
honestly.
Sorry. So, I'm on record saying I don't think Casper holds up in 2025. Do you think It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, holds up?
Oh, yeah. I think it holds up.
What do you think is the selling point of that? And we kind of already talked about it, but for you, as somebody who wasn't as familiar with it, what was it that really made it for you that crossed the line of like, this holds up?
I think there's something about the classicalness of it. Mm-hmm. That makes it hold up. Just like the way you would appreciate something that was like a good piece of artwork that was made in the... Yeah. You know what I mean? It might not be your cup of tea, but you can appreciate it for what it is, mm-hmm. And I think there's something about the innocence of it, the imagination of it that is a really grounded imagination that I like about it.
Yeah.
And it's not dumb. Like it's not punching down on kids or whatever. It's not dumbing down for kids. I think that's why it holds up. So yeah.
I love it. And I want to know what you guys think. I don't know what I'm putting in the poll because I'm going to have to include both of these, but for sure you can let us know in the comments, or if you're on Spotify, scroll and there will be some kind of poll.
Yeah.
And we'd love to know what you think, because I'm sure there are people out there also who maybe Charlie Brown Peanuts isn't your thing.
Yeah, maybe.
And I get that. And I want to know, what's your favorite Halloween movie? What do you put on every
Tell us
year?
what you thought of Casper if you watched it, if you remember it.
Really ghosts. I never want to watch that ever again. You can find links to us everywhere at wdyt.show.
Yes, me. Yes, man. Ma'am.
He's a ghost. He
I'll edit
forgot
that
where
out.
he is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one last segment before we close things off, and I tell you what we're going to be listening to for this
Oh
week.
gosh, yes.
And this is a segment we call Bad Advice. And this time it's bad Halloween advice. This is a segment where we are answering your burning Halloween questions with our very worst ideas, Josue. And so I'm counting on you today to give us some bad ones.
Okay,
This
let's
first
do
listener, viewer, writer in here is Diane from Delaware.
Oh.
We may have heard from Diane before. I can't remember. Every year I tell my kids I need to inspect their candy for safety, but I mostly just want the Reese's. How do I look less suspicious?
Oh, I think you just got to embrace it. I think you got to say, hey, guys, try to get some Reese's Pieces. Or are they the cups or the Reese's Pieces?
No, the Pieces. Well, she just said Reese's.
Okay, just tell the kids, I love Reese's. Try to ask for an extra Reese's at the door because you got to think about me. That's it. Just be open and honest with your kids.
I think that's actually pretty good advice. I think as a parent...
That's not bad advice. That's good advice.
As a parent, you can really set a precedent early on. Because
Exactly,
your
yep.
kids don't know anything except for what you tell them.
Yeah.
So if the very first time you trick or treat, you set the tone at the beginning.
Yep.
Hey, 1/4 of everything that you collect is mine.
Or you could do this. You could make up a fake article that people have been poisoning the Reese's.
This is too close to reality.
And you tell your kids and you say, if you get these, you make sure you give them to me.
You want to sow real world fear into them at a very young age.
Exactly.
So they grow up with trauma, but at least you get the Reese's.
Exactly. And then they'll believe you because, they're your kids. And then they just turn them in. Mommy, look at all these people that try to poison us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at all of these
It's
bad,
such a pagan holiday.
like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know our neighbor that we play with, that we like have like, relationship with, would try to poison the whole freaking neighborhood. Look, they gave me like 5 Reese's.
It's crazy.
And
It's
then you
crazy.
go, oh my gosh, yeah, give them to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just instill fear. It's fine. It's Halloween.
The good thing is if you do eat those Reese's and you die, we know that the afterlife has potential for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You could either be resurrected or you could haunt a house.
Yeah, and you'll forget your kids.
Well, they are the kids, so it doesn't matter. Okay, here's Phil from Phoenix. Is it still considered funny to show up as a sexy ghost if it's literally just a bed sheet with holes and a crop top? Also, subtext, this is for a kid's party.
I was going to say, as long as those holes are in the most inappropriate places.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with the holes in the bed sheet. So I don't know who's
Wait,
dressing up.
are those like holes that are normally there, or did you specifically make those for Halloween?
No, you made them for Halloween.
Oh, see, yeah.
If I was trick-or-treating as a ghost this year, like it's always so cold, I'm not wearing a bed sheet, I'm wearing a duvet.
A duvet. Yeah.
Just give me the thickest thing possible and some holes to collect candy with.
Dude.
Okay, this is Marissa in Maple Grove.
Tomei?
No.
Oh, man.
But maybe, doesn't say. Just says she's in Maple Grove. The rich neighborhood near us gives out full-size candy bars, but it's a 15-minute drive. How many costume changes are too many if I want to hit it more than once?
I don't think there's a limit. I think go for it. As long as, time allows, I guess if you're starting around, sundown, what time is sundown? 8 something, 9?
Earlier
Depends
now.
on where you are, wherever Woodgrove is. But you probably have a good 4 or 5 changes before you, maybe 3, honestly.
I think also using the ghost angle gives you, as long as you have a pair of scissors with you, always carry a pair of scissors that you can run around with.
Yeah, exactly.
You can start out as a ghost, but you could cut that head off and turn it into like a toga.
Yeah, that's true.
And then by the time you're there running the house at the last time, you're a giant baby wearing a baby diaper.
Exactly. But you always have to have something on your face the other 2 times to change, like, they don't know who you are, basically.
Yeah.
As a ghost, they don't see your face. As the toga wearing person, you just wear one of those like Roman masks or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then as a baby, you put a sucker in your mouth and then maybe, I don't know, something else over your face to make you look like a baby.
A plastic bag like a baby would do.
Yeah, exactly. And breathe really hard.
This is a segment we call Bad Advice. Just remember that, people.
Yep.
Okay. How about this? I got a couple more. I'm going to find a good one. Zach who is
Sack attack.
a self-declared competitive type. What's the best bobbing for apples strategy that guarantees victory and minimal dental trauma?
So stick your head into the water and breathe in really hard.
Yeah, you're going to suck that apple right out.
Yeah, just, like with a whole breath, you know, and then maybe even keep your head down there for a while to make sure you get as many apples as you can.
Yeah.
And then, you know, hopefully somebody pulls you out when you have a few.
And if you do die, you have unfinished business until you grab that
Exactly.
apple.
And then you come back as a ghost and you can do whatever you want with those apples.
Live forever. This is Glenn in Georgia. The animatronic witch on my lawn keeps activating at 3 a.m. Spirit Halloween store won't take it back per company policy. What do I do?
Make sure you're holding on to the cable, the wire, and then just take it out of its misery. Just throw some water on it, but make sure you're touching it at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's probably
While
a
it's
good
still
plan
plugged
because you
in.
want to make sure that the water is making contact.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially with you holding it too. And if you could, like, I don't know, hold like a metal rod or something at the same time.
Yeah.
Then you'll really get rid of your problems.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the last one. This is from no name. It just says the neighborhood HOA vice president. I want to decorate tastefully for Halloween, but keep getting notes about too many skeletons. What is the right number of skeletons?
Dude, that's really, I think if you make sure people know, okay, the right number of skeletons is, it has to represent the number of people in your family.
Immediate?
Yeah, immediate family, the people who live in that house.
Okay.
And you have to post the pictures of your family somewhere on the door or something, and the same amount of skeletons to scale to the family members. So that way people think it's your family, that you did something with your family. That would be the most appropriate thing to do. I don't know, maybe a set of twin, skeletons, like baby twin
But
skeletons.
if he's getting notes about having too many skeletons, I mean, what's reasonable?
Just keep it down to the number of family members.
Okay.
And
if you have an exceptionally large family,
then you just got to be like, hey, this is how it goes.
Yeah. This is part of our religion.
And then maybe even put some of those in your neighbor's yard.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how they got there.
Yeah, exactly.
It is shaped just like my 9-year-old son, but I don't know. Listen, if you take nothing else from today, everybody, remember this. Never trust a blockhead with your candy or a ghost with your heart.
Ooh. That's true.
I'm going to put that in the YouTube description. All right, lastly, I've got something for next week. So we haven't done an album yet this season, have we?
No, we have not.
We have not. We did a test kitchen. We've done a lot of movies. We've done mini-sodes. And I have an album that I just stumbled across accidentally that I forgot about from the archives. You are not going to know what this is. Okay?
I'm pretty sure I won't.
But we grew up listening to this. This is one that was a cassette tape in our family car.
Cassette tape.
And it's a very specific album. This individual spent time playing with Santana in the 70s. Oh. Twice, actually.
Huh.
But he...
Rob Thomas?
Nope. He is a singer and a keyboard player. The genres that you would cross into would be... I mean, this is Christian, this particular album, rock and funk. Think 70s and 80s. Okay?
Okay.
And the specific album is a live one from 1983. The artist's name is Leon Patillo. Have you ever heard of Leon Patillo?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay. I think you're going to enjoy this.
Okay.
I think you should listen to it a few times. He is a keyboard player, so I've seen him live.
Is he singing?
He's singing
and playing and
playing
okay.
and talking. He's got some banter in between songs.
Good banter or like?
I like it, but I grew up listening. I could almost quote it because I've heard it a lot.
Crazy. Okay.
But I've already teased it a little bit to my kids, and I've gotten positive results.
Huh.
From Amanda, not so much. But if you're ever in the car with the kids, or Elizabeth is in the car with the kids, I say, put this on. Don't say anything. Just let it play and see what happens.
All right, cool.
Now, mind you, this is a live recording from 1983. So I feel like
it's a great year.
I want a little bit more sonically from it that I'm not getting. That's not to say the skill isn't there. I just wish the recording quality of this maybe was a little better. But I went looking around for some of his other recordings because he has like a discography of like 15 to 20 albums that somehow you miss them all.
Wow.
And I can't find one where I'm like, I really love this. So this album is still my favorite.
Well, all right, cool. Well, that's a kind of a high. What do you call it?
Watermark,
I guess.
You could hate this. I don't know.
You're
but
lifting it up pretty well, so.
Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I should say it's at least maybe better than Casper.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I would say this is definitely going to be better than Casper. And also, at some point, because we saw this guy live and he plays a guitar, and I don't know which songs in this he's playing what. I've never seen him play this album, but just imagine a guitar, and I think it'd even make it better.
Man, I wonder if there's like any video of this live.
There probably is. I should look it up.
Yeah.
So it's Leon Patillo. The album is Live Experience 1983.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
Everybody, thank you for spending your Halloween with us.
Yes, thank you. And enjoy those Reese's.
Yeah, we promise. We won't steal them. Be careful out there. And catch us next week. We're going to discuss Leon Patillo.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace out, everyone.